I have a full day of
That's
meetings.
good, you know. But
I have a full day of meetings ahead of me.
Full day of meetings ahead. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so next slide.
Oh, I feel like this is frozen again.
Well, I'll tell you, my name is Karen Baxter. I own Artistic Fusion Modern Craft Studio. It is a DIY studio located here in Fayetteville. How many people know where Tribal Chick is? Great, I'm right next door. I'm right next door to Tribal Chick. Right past these trees, probably right there. I'm right there on the corner. Not really the corner, but on the main road on Georgia Highway 85. My studio is a DIY space, but it is beyond just being a DIY space. It is a passion project for myself and my community. One thing that I believe deeply is that creativity is a key to unlocking your full potential. One of the things I hear very, very often is that I don't have a creative bone in my body. I can't do this and I can't do that. Every time somebody comes into my studio, they say the exact same thing, but they leave a changed person. And that's really the thing that I'm after. It's not so much about the paint or the candle or the bracelet or whatever it is that we're doing. The thing, it is really about the background, the transformations that happen when you figure out that you could do it. No, you may not be a Picasso. I believe that everybody has a level of creativity inside of them. It just manifests itself in different ways, right? Some people are more drawing, some are painting, some are making beer, some are doing whatever you guys are doing. Everything originated with a thought, right? A thought, and it was created, comes through your mind, your body, and out through your fingertips, and manifests itself however you guys saw fit to manifest it. So everybody has a level of creativity inside of them, all right? So please stop saying, I don't have a creative bone in my body, because you do. Because you know how to be creative at the end of the month if the end's not meeting, right? You know how to do that, right? You know how to take care and multitask when you have 2 or 3 kids and you got to get them here, you got to figure out the logistics of this, you got to do that, all of you get creative, right? So everybody is creative. So when they come in and they make something, whatever that thing is, no matter how small it is, they're proud of themselves. And then once they're proud of themselves, it gains confidence. When you gain confidence, it gives you empowerment to go out and do something else that you didn't think you could do, right? So that's really what my space is about over there. I was so reliant.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm restarting, so hopefully the computer will come back to life here.
A little bit about my background. I have been a creative entrepreneur pretty much all my life and didn't even realize it. And back in the day when I was younger, which was only about 5 years ago, you know how they used to say, you can't make money with art, you can't do that. You go to college, get a decent job, work for 50 years and get a gold watch. That was the thing, right? And so that's kind of what I was doing. I never explored what it was not because it wasn't, I was put down for it. I don't know how to tell you how to go and pursue that, right? And so, but I was always an entrepreneur. So I've been a licensed real estate agent since 1998. I have 2 children, 25 and 32, a 5-year-old granddaughter, love of my life. And I've always been an entrepreneur, and I love purple, you can't tell. And I had how I got into it, I had a business, tax business. And I had people all around the country working for me and all of that, and it was overwhelming, and I needed something to release. So I started to crochet. I had a lot of nervous energy. And so I started to crochet. And then I started, you got to put your whole life on Facebook, right? And I'm like, oh, look, this is what I made, right? And people were encouraged, more did. Somebody messed up and said, how much would you charge? And I'm like, wait a minute, what? And so I started the business that way. Then I started to sew. And then people started to buy stuff from that. And then I got sick of taxes. And it more transitioned into the art because I was also going through a tough time in life. And the art allowed me to express myself and get it out. I didn't know what was happening to me. And then just transitioned into that more and more, and I built a business. As I built a business, okay, stop, thank you, stop it. As I built a business, then the business took off from the traditional thing, but I was afraid. I was really afraid. You can make money just making stuff and playing, because to me it's playing and having fun, right? And it did. Then people started asking me, well, how do you do this? How do you build a business and make money making stuff? So then I became a coach. And so I coached creative entrepreneurs on how to do that. So throughout the pandemic, I worked with a lot of people's mindsets and things of that nature to help them build real business. Well, as we came out of the pandemic, this was always in my head. And so the opportunity came and I took it. So I'm going to backtrack and tell you a little bit about the space. That's our grand opening, cut the ribbon. That's an older picture, so the space looks a little bit different now, but pretty much the same. And what we do, it's a hub for connecting to your creativity and your community. We offer a positive and peaceful environment. That's what's most important. I'm not typical. I'm not a typical DIY, a lot of loud music, a lot of drinking, a lot of partying. I'm not saying we can't do that, but that's not what I'm really about. It's about a reprieve from the real world or the regular world that stretches you out. You come in my doors and feels immediate calmness, right? It's a walking and crafting. So during our business hours, we have open sessions, so you can come in and craft and make things that we have there to available to you. We have classes and workshops. We celebrate, a space to celebrate your special occasions. We do team building workshops on site and off. And then also we ship things to people like kits and stuff like that to companies around the country so that they can do that with their team members. And we also have a small boutique where you can buy cute little stuff, and also we have some craft supplies. Now I know one of the big questions is, do you deal with kids? Yes, we do, but it's really not structured for kids. The primary focus is adults and helping them connect to their creativity, okay? But I'm not opposed to kids coming. Next, please. So, a little bit more about me. I told you I'm a mother of two. I'm a coach and mentor. I'm also a Michael Stores national instructor. I work with Cricut. If you don't know, that's a cutting machine to make t-shirts and stuff like that. I'm an empowerment speaker. I've been an entrepreneur for over 25 years. I've been a professional crafter and profitable since 2013. I'm a multi-dimensional entrepreneur, real estate agent. I help grow a community of women, the largest black and female community, women of color who craft, to over 200,000 members. And I've just coached hundreds of people to get through their mindset and to build businesses. I was featured in the February issue of Fayette County Lifestyle magazine as well. And that's one of the pictures of me standing speaking to a really big crowd. One of the largest crowds I had ever spoken at was there. And those are my two kids in the corner. Okay, and so my mission is to hold space for people to come and connect with their inner creative in a positive and safe environment. And I say safe because you feel insecure, unless you're an artist or a creative by nature, you feel a little bit insecure about what you're doing and you're so critical of self. And we don't do drama. I do not do drama, and that's including your own personal drama towards yourself. So I want you to feel safe in the environment to come and just connect to yourself, because I believe that having a creative outlet is necessary for a healthy mind and spirit. The actual act of creating is fun and exciting, but the deeper benefit is the mental and physical transformation that happens within oneself when you are creative. Next, please. So this is an example of some of the things we do. The painting sieves, making beads. There's my girl Marissa up there. Right here, she's making waist beads at an event. Mothers and daughters, fathers and daughters and sons have come. Parties. We have sewing classes, beading classes, candle making classes. Whatever I feel like doing, I'm gonna do. All right, because it's creative. And we are expanding into more things of that nature. So that's just a sampling of some of the people that have been in my studio. Next one. So here are a few of our current and future plans. We want to connect to schools in the area to do fundraising. Because although it's cute, we get tired of popcorn and cookies, right? And so there is a way that we can provide paint kits, especially, that are customized to the people. So we have different types of images and people, and my kits come with everything. Only thing it doesn't come with is a cup of water, right? So we can create kits specific to what you need or what you want. We can do this in-house too for your parties or your events and things like that. And there's a way that we can set it up, like for each kit that is sold, the same way you do a regular fundraiser. You get a percentage that goes towards your cause. We want to do that. We want to connect with our local businesses to do team building events, whether it's on or off-site. We plan on launching a membership for kids and adults, because I have regulars that come repeatedly. And I've had people, sometimes they just bring their child in after school and they just want free paint. And so if they're doing that every week, it just kind of makes sense to do like a membership, and they can come so many times a month or whatever like that. So plan on doing that. Maker's Market is something specific to handcrafted, and I know we have a whole lot of handcrafted things around the city, but I also feel, again, my purpose, my passion is to really help up and coming businesses, not just put a table out and you do whatever you do. It comes with some mentoring from me, because this is what I do. I help people, ultimately. It's like my ultimate thing for Karen is to help people see who they really are and help them to see the greatness within. And the vehicle I use to do that is my creativity and crafting, right? But it's really universal for anybody, because business is business, no matter what genre. And then Brunch and Bosses is a networking empowerment event that I have once a month, where you get fed physically and emotionally, where we pour into you and help you see your greatness as well. And I want to do some business classes and mentorship program. Again, people are asking, well, how did you do this? How did you get into this? I want to do this. So I said, okay, I was so one focus, like I just only do this, but now I'm getting back into my purpose of mentoring and coaching. Next, please. So that's it, because I want to hear more from you than y'all hearing from me. Please scan this. This will take you to my website, and on the website you're able to put your email address in, and then you're just able to see everything you need to know about me on my website. And please follow me here on Instagram and Facebook, Artistic Fusion Craft Studio.
So, as promised, I'm supposed to ask you what your favorite community can do for you. So I'm going to turn the floor back to that question before I go.
Actually, the next,
Is there one
one
more
more slide, which is that, actually. Yes, sir.
slide?
Are you
Love it.
serious? Okay, it's artisticfusioncraftstudio.com. Tech, it's supposed to be cool, but it ain't. So, what can the community do for me? The two things is, number one, spread the word about the location. Number one. Number two, I want your honest feedback about how you see this business in Fayette County developing. I'm curious to see your thoughts, because sometimes you got an idea and you don't see anything else. So I need to see what y'all see through your eyes. So that's it.
All right. Well then, round of applause first. So just remember, I don't have the microphone feeding into the live. So for all the people who are watching now and later, please just speak up so the camera can try to pick you up.
I just have a question. On the mentoring part of your business, is that something you're doing currently? And if it is, how is that occurring? Is it like a class mentorship? Is it a one-on-one? Like, what is
community called the Maker to Mobile Society. And I have an online community, and they sign up for a monthly membership, and we have reoccurring meetings, every month.
I'm sorry, but I have some paper in front of me now, so I can write down your website. I'm always thinking like, oh, I'm gonna remember it, but it's really long. Can you do that one more time?
Artistic Fusion Craft Studio.com.
Okay. And then my daughter is a creative genius. She's like, I think she was like 98 percentile in her. She's 7 years old, and like she really wants to. Oh, and then my other daughter, who's 5-year-old, is a natural entrepreneur, right? And I really want to help them and facilitate. I'm a first generation entrepreneur, so I'm just don't know what's happening.
Figure it out.
But I could see me being interested with my 7-year-old, maybe 5-year-old daughter to join a group of some sort, whether that's just me joining it and then coaching them or them coming along. Do you have anything for kids who like little budding entrepreneurs?
No, but that's brilliant.
My daughter would be interested.
That's brilliant.
You're-
I can decide.
You're
I
at
guess it'd be too.
5 sign-ups right now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's that. So like I was saying, the space was created really for the grown-up in mind that needed to connect to themselves. But what I've noticed is that I'm getting more and more and more kids coming in. But it's, as you can see in some of the pictures, it's not kiddie. And even through my presentation, it's not like splatters of color, and it's just because it's not set up like that. So I was trying to figure out, and I don't want kids just running around. That's not what I do, and that's only what's been in my head. But y'all are helping me see something else. Sir?
Which is fine. I also want my daughters to get acclimated to adult life.
That's
I
what
don't want
somebody
them to
just
be
told me.
kid-led.
They wanted the child to see
So
something different.
I would rather put them in a studio where they're sitting next to a 60-year-old student as well, and just like forcing them to, are you going to do? Because my daughter's so passionate about art. Are you going to do art, or are you going to get out of the room? Like that's the choice I want to give my
And that's
daughter.
kind of
She's going to
coaching
be
them, like, what
every
you
time
doing?
she's
What
going to
you
say,
doing?
I want to do art. I want to be here.
I love it. I love it, ma'am.
I think, I completely agree. I don't think that you would need to change anything
No.
to for children.
Yeah.
I think if anything, if you included children, it would be those children who are already in the mindset of being more mature. They're already in a mature mindset. They're already people who want to grow as artists and entrepreneurs already. Therefore, the more advanced children, I would think, because there's other studios I can take my kids to.
Yeah.
But they're not like what my kids want or need. I would think that something like this would be for those type of children.
I love it. Yes, ma'am.
Because from the entrepreneurial standpoint also, I think my daughter's very serious about taking her art into the business space. And so even though I'm an entrepreneur, it's not necessarily in the same kind of fine art space. And so it's difficult for me to help her navigate through that. So providing something that is more serious, that's not just splatter all over the place, and combining with that, how to make this into the marketplace if you really want to do a real business, I think is excellent.
So I can have a little like series, maybe a month, come once a week or every other week or something like that, and I break down these corporate strategies, just synthesize them down to where they can understand them, then turn around and do like a little market where y'all can come and support them. Is that?
And then also, if you position the parents as the coaches between the sessions. So it's like, coaches, this is what your homework is. Next month we're going to be doing such and such. That would fill my soul to the brim.
Right.
Yeah.
Marissa?
I mean, alongside what you're saying, kids are so different now. They are, on their phones. They're learning business strategies. My 6-year-old is coming to me with business ideas that I wouldn't think of on my own. They're of a different caliber, and I would maybe assess them and do maybe like tiers. There are some children that would be more suited for actually creating the art. And then there are other bits, you know, gonna be entrepreneurs, up and coming entrepreneurs that would be more suited for selling and promoting the art. So, you know, I think if you kind of did maybe like 2 branches from the same thing for children, and this is not like, wouldn't assume you to take on the role of Mama Karen. You know what I mean? These are kids who are serious. You know what I mean? Like,
That's one of the reasons
You
why
know,
I'm
and I understand that.
my child is
I understand
32 and
Right. Right.
the only one I want is my grandchild. She
Correct.
gotta go.
Correct. And there are rules, and I really do think that kids that are serious and meant to be in a program like that will take it seriously, you know, and if they don't, you know, bye.
Like, for instance, I thought about this, like this jacket. A friend of mine made it, but I taught them how to do it with your QR code and your,
Yeah.
so you're coming and going, and you can customize it with whatever you want to put on it. With the advent of AI and all of those things, I can see kids creating their own stuff and showing them how to put it on all kinds of merchandise, from shoes to jackets to shirts, and then they can sell those to their, so I'll help the little buddy entrepreneurs and create a whole other generation of fabulous creative people. I love it.
And, sorry, I just.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, I got excited.
And we need our kids to help us. Okay, I need my kids to help me.
That's it, I know.
I'm always like getting feedback from people like, can't your kids post for you? Can't they? No, they can't. Not yet. They have, you know, there's some things, but if they learn some strategies and get some help, I mean, they could be a support. They could start working for us, and we could start paying them. You know, so this really can go into a whole different direction. So.
You can write that off on your test.
That's
Correct?
right.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think you'll have to be mindful when you do this. I think the ideas are great, but you're going to have to be careful just how you position it so parents don't see it as a camp for their
Right, I
kids.
don't want this, I don't want to do
So someone who's great in marketing and positioning like Jason, you know, could give you
Thank you.
some guidance on just how to position that so it hits those kids that we're talking about,
Yeah.
but it doesn't say to all the mom and dad, drop them off for a fun, you know, free day.
that. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I mentioned to you, I was out in Reno and had an experience in your studio, and I'm an empty nester also because my takeaway was that I can see generations of families that have been together creating. So you're not dropping the kid off necessarily, you're actually participating.
Right.
And monitoring your own child.
Yeah.
Make sure you're safe. But I was amazed, it was so relaxing, just going there and you could choose what you want to do. It wasn't a workshop that day, but I did see multi-generations at the table work out the problem. So I love that.
Sorry.
I love your jacket.
Thank you.
I love a lot of your story. What it reminded me of, I work in Eastern Congo, where there's traumatized communities. There's a lot of NGOs that use legal quilting and knitting. There's more to it, but to address like community level psychological trauma. And what's cool about what you're doing is it's like that's not as intense, but you're really kind of doing that. Like the part about creating using art for therapy.
Yeah.
So like we had Lee Curry, you know, talk about she has her nonprofit with like special needs parents. Like so I'm just thinking of groups that are very relevant to the pop in my head. That's one. I know it sounds like a broken record, but also it would be a great ladies' night for foster care homes. Stuff. So
That's great. Okay, okay. Thank you.
I just have an idea for like a craft.
Yeah.
So something that I've done with my niece is I let her paint flower pots so that she can plant plants with her. One is she's being creative in the flower pot, and then also she's learning how to garden and plant and watching something grow is very beautiful for kids. So that's something that you can also do with the kids.
I love it. We have something called paint pouring, where you literally are pouring paint on the quilt. Yeah, you see it right there. That, and we did that on pots, and it turned out really, really great. So thank you for reminding me of that. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Do you ever open up your studio for free mixers?
No, not really. Your thoughts?
My wife's into adult coloring books,
Uh-huh.
but she likes doing adult coloring books with other people.
So I
and she
do
doesn't
have
have friends
something.
that do adult coloring books.
Yeah, I have something called Crafter Noon. And usually, because I'm closed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So sometimes on Sundays, I will open up the studio for just that. Where you can bring your small project and you can sit and be in the
Tuesdays,
community.
sort of like office hours, sort of thing,
Again?
like open house kind of thing.
On Sunday.
What does it look like?
So it's just on Sundays from like 1 to 4, 1 to 6. You can come in and do exactly what you're saying. But I
work
don't
on
do it
stuff
every Sunday.
in a space without paying rent.
Correct. And unless you want to use my stuff, then you pay for whatever you're using. But you can just have
Four,
come in and hang.
so that's from 4 to 6?
1 to 6
1
on
to 6.
Sundays when I schedule it.
Okay.
So maybe I should
I'd
make that a
imagine-
regular thing.
I'd imagine that you could probably find plenty of local restaurants that would provide a refreshment for something like that.
Didn't think about that.
To,
Well, I got Stufftastic back there. Those are my good friends, Justin and Kristen. This is my stage. She's okay. She gonna sign up, Jason. They gonna sign up to present really
Great.
soon, Jason.
Excellent. We'll talk about it today. You can't leave without me talking to you
That's
first.
right. And get Rocio too. Okay, go ahead. Back to me.
so, first of all, this is your baby. This is like your full-time thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. In your wildest dreams, 5 years from now, if everything came true, or everything came into fruition of your wildest dreams, what does this look like?
At least in 5 years, at least 2 more locations, and also having the business plan, the guidebook in order to teach other people to do it. I don't know if I want to do franchising, because what I do is very different. It's not your typical DIY spot. It's not. It's not just you come and paint, or you just come and do wood, or you just come and do that, and it's kind of sterile. It's fun, but it's different. And so I would love to see this in other places under your name. Do it your way. I'm just giving you the blueprint to do it. And also, I forgot, is it Mr. Robert? The person, Sheena, that presented last week, her mother really got onto me about doing a nonprofit. So the more you guys are talking about these kids and other things like that, I can see that turning into a nonprofit situation. Yes, ma'am.
I'm aware of a nonprofit that I've worked, well, a couple of things that I have for you, but I'm aware of a nonprofit that uses artistic to help deal with addictions and such, and I would be delighted to introduce you to Alexia.
I would love that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I believe you're a Canva expert as well. Do you teach any digital art at your studio or anything like that? Is there a way you
I don't. I do it online, but I've been so focused on just doing it this way, and I have to admit, I guess I see the vision this way, and also I take advantage or take for granted that everybody knows what I know. And I'm like, doesn't everybody know this? Doesn't everybody know how to do this? And so I haven't looked beyond myself, so to speak, because I think everybody already knows what I know in certain areas, right? So, but y'all are helping me see that that's not necessary.
Yeah, it's definitely not true. People would really like to learn about Canva. I mean, everything
Yeah.
doing digital art nowadays, digital designing, everything's website. So if you get like maybe once a month seminar teaching people how to use Canva and create art there too. I think that might be.
Yeah, I love it. It's Midjourney, ChatGPT, I teach all that. Yeah. Yes, I have cricket classes and all of that, sublimation, all the things. And if I don't do it, I have someone who does. Because I have a worldwide network of people that I coach and train, and they have their own individual skills. So I'll tap into my network and say, come do this and teach this. So going back to the kids thing, I can pull them in and teach the kids some of these things as well. And we have a TV in there, so for that, so people zoom in and you have to watch people from all around the country teach whatever you do. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have your classes listed online or with a class schedule? Okay, I
Yeah.
can see it now.
Yes, ma'am. We have a calendar so let me ask you guys a question. Going back to what I just said about thinking that everybody kind of knows what to do. One thing that I noticed when I opened the store, I have this whole wall of beads, because I also sell some supplies and things like that. And in my head, I can walk up to it and I see a multitude of possibility, right? But as people were coming to the store, they were like, okay, so what do I do here? And I was like, I don't understand why you don't understand, right? Just pull these down and do it, right? So going with that idea, one of my things was the freedom for you to come in and choose what you wanted to do, right? Because I thought for me it was freeing to be able to do that. Do you guys think that I should be a little bit more structured and say on the calendar, because like I have a multitude. If you went up on one of these things, if you want, you can see a whole 40, 50, 60 images that you can paint, right? So for me, I want to give you the opportunity to pick what you want to paint, right? But people get confused. So do you think it's better for me to have a schedule and say, you're going to paint this on this day, and that's what it is?
I think so, because, I mean, even like if you go to a restaurant, if there's too much stuff on the menu, there's too much to deal with. If they have like select things that you try to from the chef, you can actually make a decision of what you want to do. So I would ask for it.
Thank you.
I think that's good too. Like when I go to, I host a lot of different things myself, and so like what I do is I go on Pinterest and it'll show you like each step of how to build a certain picture, but it's options. Like I always give people options on what picture they want, and we'll literally have it like picked up on the board or like sitting beside them, so they have each step to do it step by step. Like what shades, how to add it, like you can just see how to do it. So it's like if you don't want to teach it and just be the whole instructor the whole time, and you want them to be thrown into their self, it's just kind of having it up there. So
Okay.
it's like
But
step
you
by step.
agreed that I should say on this Friday, we're painting this painting on this Friday, next Friday we're painting
Yeah.
this painting,
Yeah.
or doing this project or whatever.
Absolutely, because it caters to like if somebody sees that, it's like I'm really interested in how you could create something like that. If it looks hard, it's like I know that I'm gonna go here and learn how to do something.
Got it.
And it's not just like, okay, I'm going here and I can create whatever I want to create. Because like you said, not everybody is comfortable in their creativity. So showing them that they can do something that looks complex, that might not be very complex, I think is also something that builds confidence.
Yes, I agree. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm a different kind of person. I like the format that you gave because it's so different. Everywhere you see that you have these art studios, they kind of tell you what to paint.
Exactly.
And I'm the opposite. I want to have the freedom. So
Right.
maybe have both. Maybe have a day set aside where a person like me can come in and I can just kind of do my own crazy thing. But then you also have days for people that need something more structured. Or maybe just narrow down. You can choose from these 5 things rather than, so there may be some options, but I like the uniqueness of what you offer, that I can come in and do my own thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna go off of that because I love having all the options, but I'm also the type I could spend hours just
Looking at
going
the
through
options.
all the options, and that's an experience for me. I just like going through all the options, and then 13 hours later, okay, this is what I'm going to paint.
Like, ma'am, we're closing. Go to clock it out. Okay. Thank you for that, ma'am.
Oh, I was going to say, in marketing, one of the big principles is test and measure, test and measure. So give it a try for a month
Yeah.
or two and see the response and get feedback from the people who come. If you don't see a huge response to that, then you say, my primary thing is the way that I want it to go. But test it, give it a try, test it, see what kind of response you get, and go from there.
Anybody else?
I was curious, what kind of social media do you do? What channels are you on? How do you post? Do you post? How much do you post, etc.?
Great question. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, my primary target. I'm also on TikTok, but I'm a one-person show right now, so I'm working on getting a VA to kind of help me out. But I understand a lot of people have actually found
message of, with a big menu of things you offer, you can go through each little piece of it and in a short video explain a lot of information, tied in with a visually appealing piece of content, and I think that could be a good avenue as well.
Thank you.
Just something, yeah.
I'm not a fan of websites that have the same scrolling clip.
Okay.
But this is the first one I've ever seen where
that nice?
I'm mesmerized like
Yeah.
a fire. Like
It's
a
so nice.
fire that I can look at for 3 hours straight at night by myself.
That whole ASMR thing.
I'm
yeah.
serious. So what he's saying about like, you know, like maybe it might be a good idea, you know, like whatever VA you get, you should get someone who actually loves TikTok. Like loves it. Maybe they even have a little bit of a following or something.
Yeah.
I can
Because
watch.
like this is amazing. This is TikTok candy.
Really? I didn't
Yes.
even see, I overthink things. I am an overthinker, and I think way up here. And I'm like, oh, they saw that already, and I need to have 10 slides and do all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, and then I get, you know, I'm pretty confident. Sometimes I fall prey to the whole imposter thing. You see 50 million people doing the same thing, thinking nobody else wants to see this, right? So thank you for that.
I love your concept of keeping it more zen and chill and everything. And honestly, me and my kids, we watch these videos of people building like houses in like nature.
Yeah.
No talking, no
That's it.
nothing.
I love it.
We can sit there and watch that. Like him, I can sit there and watch you pour paint, like and do, you know, for a very long
And
time.
most of my videos are kind of centered around that, the ones that I am posting, or it's showing snapshots of what we're doing. Like I have music, I have incense or candles burning at all times, I have a water fountain going at all times when the store is open. I'm trying to touch every single sense. The only one that I'm not yet is the taste. But other than that, every sense is touched when you walk in the door.
We can leave that to
And
the
you
rest of
need
us.
it. I'm a.
We know a caterer.
Yeah. There you go.
So I was looking at your Instagram, and I feel like it could really show more in detail, like the real, just creative process of doing something. Because I see a lot of flyers, which is cool,
Yeah.
because we want to know what's going on. But it's like really diving in detail of the laughing and the joy, or the zenness of what's happening, and maybe get like one of your people that you're mentoring that is young, that loves social media, that is coming in there and capturing these moments for you because you're there doing your business, you know, engaging with people, but you have somebody there that knows what they're looking for. They're looking for someone enjoying a moment and how that moment feels, and someone laughing or someone smiling or someone just being very focused and just really understanding like what the space is doing for people. I think that's
Makes sense. Anybody else? Y'all have really in my Thank you, Fantasia. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
I've been enlightened, my mind has been opened up. So stay tuned. That whole kids thing, I'm a marinate and sitting there for a second. I'm sitting there for a second, figure out what that looks like. And I love the idea that he says, because my whole thought was, it's just kids. But when you said, let the parents be the coach, so to speak, and the accountability partner. The parent is the accountability partner. I love that. It's like,
It's not a daycare. It's
not a daycare.
No drop.
Don't be dropping the kids off. I don't know if you're gonna be outside the door. Thank you. Oh, well, and I have some good someone. Oh, Marissa Moore.
You can have the kids do a pitch contest.
Oh, that would be dope.
So, speaking of pitch contest, thank you. I just asked Casey if you had applied to pitch also, and I hadn't seen any. For those of you that aren't aware,
Startup Day is another organization that is not directly associated with 1 Million Cups, but because they all fall under the entrepreneurial umbrella, I feel like I should share that 1 Million Cups meets once a month on the third Tuesday of every month, which is this coming Tuesday, coming up, less than a week away. We are hosting our second ever, I can't call it second annual, because we did take a year off, but this is our second ever pitch contest, which is taking place on November 28th. Alright, I get all my dates mixed up. The applications are still open until the 13th. So there's still a couple days to get your application in. We are only selecting 9 people to present. You will have 5 minutes to present, followed by 5 minutes for the judges. There's a panel of 3 judges to ask you questions to elaborate on. And then at the end of the night, the 3 of them will vote on first, second, and third prize. And the prize list for each level is, honestly, it's exhaustive. I can't even go through it. It's not financial, but the value of what you'll get is great. So I encourage each and every one of you to come as a participant, if not as a contestant. If you need any more information about that, you can ask me or Casey. It's startupday.org. If you want to just cheat, go straight to the website, that's fine too. With that, Tuesday night from 5 to whenever we end is when Startup Day will meet next. That takes place at the Fayette Chamber of Commerce, which is just down the road.
You have to be a member of the chamber.
No, thank you. That is asked, I get that all the time. You do not need to be a member of the chamber to come to Startup Day, and you definitely do not need to be a member to apply to pitch. It's sponsored by the chamber. That's technically, like, we're a line item on the chamber's budget, but we're very independent and we get a lot of support from them, basically.
And that's right there by the well, right?
Yeah, yep, in the same parking lot.
Jason, what time is that meeting?
The meetings we start at 5, we get there at 5, we tend to network for about a half an hour, and then at 5:30 is when I try to get the program to start. Every speaker takes a little bit different amount of time, but we're generally out of there by like 7:30. Food is not provided, but since the luau is right there, we typically will order, just kind of eat while we're networking or hanging out. Any other questions? Casey, do you know who's presenting next week? Do you have any idea?
Isn't it, I saw something about how to pitch your business, is that the
Yeah,
topic
so,
for next week?
If you notice, I kind of hiccuped in my head there for a second. The reason I did is because I had intentions of having someone specific come and present, and that person was like an acting coach, basically. Because what I would like for us as entrepreneurs to learn is how to pitch, how to feel more comfortable on stage, like putting my hand in my pocket, not supposed to do that. Moving around the stage, right? Making eye contact with people. In those 2 little things, I can't take a whole hour on that. So I want someone who would be considered an expert to do that. That person is not available. I have another backup. They're not going to be in town until the next day. And then yesterday I found out about somebody else, but I never got their phone number, so I've got some work to do. It will be a great session, and now I have another candidate, so it'll be great no matter what. Even if it's just networking and we talk a little bit about that, it'll be worth it, and I highly suggest and request that you come. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah?
Next week is Two Sparrows.
Oh, yeah. So Two Sparrows Village is a local nonprofit that's going to be presenting here next week. So definitely please come and support them. They do great things in the community. Anybody else? Anything else to share? Anything else coming up you want us all to know about?
Is night market Friday?
So I got an email from the city who said basically we are keeping a close eye on the weather, but as of right now, we do not anticipate any reason for you to cancel. So we are full steam ahead. Please come and support our vendors. If I'm asking them to take a chance to come out, I got a text from the alcohol vendor. He's like, I'm about to put my order. Please tell me you're not canceling. I will not cancel. So come, drink, eat, shop for art. This Friday. Yeah, the last night market of the year is this Friday. It's on Great Field in Peachtree City, which is right next to the public library on 54. It's going to be a beautiful night, regardless of what the weather is like. We have had night markets in torrential downpours, and it was still a lot of fun. So,
Where do you suggest people park?
parking is a problem. There are Willow Bend Road. There's a couple of churches along there that do allow okay, we are allowed to have people park there. We turned it into a fundraiser for a local school, so you might have to pay a few dollars to get in there. But that, honestly, like if I was coming in, I would be probably looking by the library, I'd probably just go straight there. But I mean, another thing that people don't really know or think about is the hotel on the other side of 54. They have a huge parking lot, and you can walk underneath the cart tunnel to get there.
What hotel is that?
It's called now. It's a Hilton. I think it's a Hilton now. They rebranded it recently, so I think it's a Hilton now. Hilton, yeah. I'm trying to get them to offer shuttle service. That would be awesome. But, you know. Anyway. Let me see if I can bring that QR code back up. And you guys feel free to hang out as long as you'd like. Yes, please.
For the startup fair, because I looked at it and it said like they wanted you to like go to
The language is that we
suggested.
right? Because
Yeah.
like our first pitch contest was in 2021, and COVID was still very much happening.
Yeah.
We still met every month. I was committed to it, but we did a lot of video, and there's no way for me to know if people were participating. So like we couldn't really require that they were there.
Okay.
And I didn't have the technology to build like a whole system where people could check in online. So anyway, it's suggested that you come. And the reason it's suggested you come is because the material that we cover will help you in your presentation as a pitch contestant, right?
That's what I was gonna ask.
But yeah,
how
I mean,
do you have? You're still able to pitch even though like you're kind of a beginner in your understanding your own business, like and what you want. And
I would suggest this as a platform
first, okay.
Use us to see if it's a viable option, like if it's a real good idea for a business, and we're going to give you feedback. You know, I'd say from there, then you can start developing more. By the time you're ready for the pitch contest, it's not like, here's my business plan, judge me. But you're going to have to cover a lot of the things that are in a business plan, and I would just suggest you tease the business to see if it's worth even investing your time to build a business plan around. So it's kind of like chicken before the egg, and I feel like this is a great place to...
Because the slideshow she did, like I have all of them.
Yeah.
I actually have all of them. So,
Okay.
But I've never opened or started a business.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of passion, and I know what I want, and I know what it looks like, and I know what it feels like.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm sure you looked at the list of
Yeah.
prizes. If
Yeah, I
you
did.
think that those prizes would help you get started, then you're absolutely the person who should apply to pitch.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.